Hi guys, you're watching Super TV. My name is AJ, A for Apple, J for Juice, and today I'll be having a quick chat with some of the cast and crew members of the latest rom-com in the Nigerian movie industry, The Order of Things. I'm so excited about this movie. The Order of Things was co-written by Mike Shelton, Sydney Esiri, and my humble self, Ajumoke Nweze. The movie was produced by Edith Nwekenta, Ese Akwara, and Mimi Battels. The Order of Things stars amazing actors like Timini Ebuson, Obi Maduebuna, Latif Adedimeji, Lillian Tokwe, and a host of other amazing actors. The movie was directed by Sydney Esiri, aka Dr Sid. Hello, mister.
Hello, darling.
Oh, you look really good.
You look good yourself. Have you seen this woman? Jesus Christ.
Hi, Sophia. Hi. Okay, I prefer to call you Sophia. I'm so sorry. I'm so used to the character that I just love to call you Sophia.
I mean, I just found out that you're one of the writers.
Yeah, I just found out too. Lexon Peters, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good, thank you.
Good to see you again.
The
last time we saw. Let's not talk about it. I'm here with the beautiful actor. She once played my mother in a movie.
Right? Waiting for you. All time flies.
I'm so excited to talk about the order of things.
You should be.
Why should I?
Okay, well, don't show them the credits. Okay. Should we tell them? No, she's one of the writers of the story.
Oh my God, was I?
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay, it was really amazing working with you on the project.
Yeah, I mean, when SA said, oh, she has this friend that is really good at writing, because we needed to bring the story home. I mean, the story was written by a writer in the US called Mike Shelton, and we had to bring the story home. You know, so she was like, oh, she has a friend AJ, she's very good, and I was like, okay, fine. And then when I read the first draft that you did, I was like, okay.
There's always a first draft, second draft.
The templates that you set helped us build on that to make the movie what it is. That the synopsis was very relatable. I think it was a story that cut across cultures and age groups, and it was relatable around the world. And I felt that telling it in Nigeria, because it had a very unique angle. It was coming from an angle of a man being pressured or put in a situation where he had to do something, and I felt most times in this story it's all about the ladies. It's literally a story about a guy who wants to get married but he can't because his older brother isn't married, and then they have to go through this whole roller coaster of getting the older brother married so the younger brother get married. In Nigeria, that is usually a pressure put on women, and it was nice to see it from another angle and also see how the different players in the movie would do different things to achieve their own personal goals. You know, so it was nice to see that.
Yeah, it was actually nice.
I know you to be one of the scriptwriters for The Order of Things. How was it like working on this project?
It was amazing. First of all, I got the call on the 1st of January by the producer Ese, and she goes, AJ, there's this thing I'm working on with Dr. Sid, we need you on board, blah, blah. I'm like, which of the Dr. Sid? She says Dr. Sid. I'm like, the pop champagne Dr. Sid, and she says this. I'm like, okay, so he's going to be directing the movie. And so she put a conference call, talked about the project, and they said I should deliver in 1 week. You know, we needed to bring it home, and so I had to rewrite everything, you know, because there were a lot of things that was not resonating with the African audience. And after 1 week, I delivered the first draft, and of course, you know how it is. There was a second draft, third, 10s, 200s, but it was amazing working with the team.
It was a beautiful experience, but it was funny at the same time. So I had this first time experience. I would hear this type of things happen in the industry, and I'm like, okay. Well, it happened to me. So I wasn't supposed to play the character I played. I wasn't even supposed to be in the movie at all. The producer calls me randomly that morning, and she's not the producer, I think PM, right? And she's like, the producer spoke to you, and you're supposed to be on set by XX time. And I'm like, no, what set? And she was so sure. And I said, confirm with the producer. So the producer now calls me and says, but I spoke to you last night, what's going on? I said, you didn't speak to me last night. But she was so sure, so I said, okay. After the whole back and forth, I said, okay, what's the set? What's the address? Just send me all the details. So I got the script that morning, at least my site, right? And the address, everything. And then I turned up, and then she confirmed that it wasn't me she spoke to.
But you still had to do it at the end of the day.
No, I came to do it anyway. Once I had requested for the address, I knew it was, let's do it. Let's do it, right? I don't have a problem with it, but it's just I came randomly. But it was when I just came, I just got into it, I just got into it pretty much.
The best things in life happens like that.
Yeah, when you don't prepare for it.
When I found out that you were the one playing it, I was like, okay. But then something cuts me. I say yes.
What cuts me?
We're not saying
here.
We're not saying it.
We're not saying it here.
That's it, yeah. So, how was it for you being a part of the Order of Things? How's the experience generally?
I would say it was literally the order of things for me. It was the right order of things for me. It was the right order for my life at this time to be in the order of things.
Wow.
I'm such a huge believer of time and opportunity meeting preparation, and success is inevitable. And I was very happy that the opportunity came and I am on it.
I'm a young actor. I've just been in the industry for about 2 years or a year and a half right now. So I put up my reel, an actor's reel, on my Instagram page and on my YouTube channel. And I started getting hit up by producers and directors. And lucky me, got hit up while I was on another set. I got hit up by one of the producers of this project, for the Order of Things. And I was asked to send him a video of me smiling, I think. And unknown to me, I had done a Snapchat video real quick earlier on that day, and I winked at the end. And I sent the video immediately. She asked for it, and then I remembered, oh, I winked, and I was like, oh, maybe that's unprofessional. And I went back to the DM to apologize. Like, I'm so sorry, ma. I didn't know this was the video. And she was like, no, that's what got you the role.
Whoa.
Yes, actually,
the wink.
The wink actually got me the role. It was much cooler that day. Like, I'd have to bend my eyes to do it, but it was much cooler, trust me.
Wow, so you got the role just by winking?
Yes, actually. Because the character I played had this whole bravado about himself. He felt like he was the it guy of
fine boy.
Yes.
Lagos big boy.
Well, thank you.
But even with your fine boy, they still beat you.
I beat you.
They beat you.
I did the beating.
Okay, it's good to know that young actors still have, hope out there. And it shows that you had to put yourself out there first.
True.
Which is what a lot of young actors need to do more.
You have to put the right content out there with the right quality, and not just putting out poorly made stuff and expect people to respond to that. No, you're what you attract. So if you put out good stuff, you attract good stuff.
And this is good stuff.
This is good stuff, guys. Good stuff.
Okay, so tell us about your character and what exactly did you like about your character?
Okay, so I played the character of Fola in The Order of Things. I love Fola because Fola is polar opposites to who I am in real life. Fola is like a brute. He's a bully. I'm not. I was trained to be really nice. I don't know what she's saying, guys.
Yeah, bully.
I was trained to be respectful to all humans, and so it was fun to have empathy for the character, to think, okay, what would a bully do? What would somebody that's not liked by a lot of people do? What would what did it take to get to that point? And I just had to think of, because I was bullied back in secondary school, so I had to think in the other person's shoes, and like, how did this person feel when they were bullying me? And it came.
I read for Tayo. I was prepared.
I saw you more as Tayo.
Tayo, yes. I was prepared for Tayo, so I had gotten the sides ahead of time for Tayo. So imagine that they gave me an hour from set to go for this audition, and I get there, and then Dr Sid sees me as a director, and he's like, Sophia. And I'm like, I don't have the time to rehearse
for Sophia.
Like,
because you were already planning.
I even dressed like Tayo
Tayo
because of how her character is. So like, guys, I don't even look the parts. And I didn't see myself as a Sophia, like, because I've not gotten any role as the other way.
Yeah, I get you.
So I could understand why they leaned towards Tayo, but then during the audition, I read with Timini, and it was so fluid. Like, funny how
Connection.
yeah, there was connection, there was chemistry. So I'm holding the script, and I understood what the scene was about. So I would peep some lines, but we just went naturally to the point where we stopped, and then I remember Sid was like, "Guys, continue." And we're like, "Nah, when you people hire us, we will do the rest for you."
We understand that you went to New York Film School, and this will be your first
Feature.
feature as a director.
Yeah.
How was it like for you? You know, first
I had
time.
a good gym for a while, Sha, because
How do you take relate?
no, because when I go film school, I did film school was all about doing projects back to back to keep you busy. Came back to Nigeria, they first slapped me and I said, "You think you've got big American mentality here? My friend, go and sit down." But then I started, I was working my directorial muscles by directing music videos.
Yeah.
So I directed KBC, Surulere, I did Jensini, did that. Then I shot open and close, sort of like a short film. Then I did a few shorts which I never released, But I kept sort of like, tapping the muscle with small electric shock. But then I was constantly developing the script. I've had the script since I think 2016, 2017. And just kept on developing it. Every year we'll touch it till we got to the final draft. So when I got into this process of making this movie, the hardest part for me was more the business side.
Okay.
It was more, because I'm also executive producer of the film, it was more about how to raise funds, the business, the money side is really, really hectic. But then the creative process, I think I had a really good team. Essie Akwawa, Edith Wakenta, like these ladies actually just, grounded me and helped me. Mimi Bartels. I know Mimi, let's say, Mimi is a superhero because Mimi was heavily pregnant on maternity leave and quarterbacking the production from let's not even talk about it.
Women are powerful like
As
that.
in superheroes, they don't even take it away from them.
As a trained actor, how do you embody a character? How do you move from being Noye to the character that you're playing at the moment?
Okay, so the way I see it is before becoming the character, you're first yourself, right? And as human beings, we have shared experiences. So when you understand what the character is about, then you see in what similar ways you and the character relate. Exactly. So once you're able to find the common ground, it becomes easier to transition. So that's how I look at characters. I first look for the similarities, find the balance, and then become.
For me, costuming helps a lot. I can't overemphasize that. The right costuming for any character helps, because when you're in a new outfit or new look, it just gives your subconscious that self that you're no longer your real self, you get. And then thinking about the psychological part, you have to just have empathy for any character you're going to take, because that empathy is going to give you a sort of connection to this character. So you have to sort of leave yourself and leave parts of your real self that would not align with that character's story or that character's persona. And then think of everything. Some people use emotional memory banks of things that they can relate to help them switch that character. I have to just think of personality traits, and sometimes I give the character a backstory. It helps me delve more and create a new environment for the character.
Let's just play a scenario. You're in the acting world and you've made a couple of friends. You have a male friend in the industry that you don't really roll with, and you come on set and it's supposed to be your love interest. How are you going to love that person when in real life you don't like the person?
Because first things first, it's not Tokwe. Do you get?
It's Sophia.
It's Sophia. So Tokwe is not even feeling anything. Like whatever Tokwe feels at this moment, it goes to hide. Like sometimes I should say that when I'm like day 2, day 3 into production, I'm gone. Like
your real self is kind of gone.
And there was the time I was on the set and we wrapped, and it was a very emotional scene. Like it was a very sad scene. And by the time I got home, I was still sad. The next morning, I woke up sad. I went to set sad. I was so like, I was like, the makeup artist kept saying, "What's wrong?" I'm just like, "I'm not in a good mood. I'm not in a good mood." And then the scene, the first take we had was the continuation of the scene. So
you just continued your sadness.
And when they said it's a wrap, when I was driving home, that's when I realized that, what's next, Seth? And I saw myself switch back. So it is very possible
Wow.
for my personal choices not to affect production or affect performance because
based on your personal,
I've just learned to keep Tokwe for whoever the character is going to be, so it wouldn't affect it, and I think it shouldn't affect for anyone.
That's professionalism. Okay, so how is it like putting funds together, like getting sponsored? How did you get Film One on board?
Well, I pitched the movie to Film One in about 2019 or something.
Oh.
I think to Mimi at that time. And they were like, they weren't really, first time director, they weren't really sure.
They were not sure you can do
it. But then Mimi now called me like last year. I'm just like, yo, how about that script you pitch? I think we're ready to do it now. And I was like, wow, okay. I think Film One this year was very intentional on taking a chance on new directors. And obviously, I think to a certain extent, I felt there was a stagnation in the industry. Same directors, same actors, same people being selected around. And I understand why that is. You play to the audience. The audience wants to see somebody, you put that person in your film. You don't even argue about it. But, Film was ready to take a chance on some new faces and new directors, and they decided to take a chance on me. And so it's a co-production with them, Zero Gravity Studios, which is my company, and Film One Entertainment. So yeah, happy for them. Thank you very much. Plus, they took a lot of the half of the financial load. So yeah, it was a 50-50 collaboration. So.
Okay, and I know it's a very wise decision on their part.
Oh yeah.
This is a great investment.
Thank you.
I can tell you for free.
Thank you.
Talking about new faces, I noticed that majority of the cast in the movie The Order of Things are new faces.
Yeah.
One, for example, the lead is similarly new.
Yeah.
Obi.
Yeah.
You know what? When we were working on that script, I really thought that you were going to play Demi. Because you kind of like fit into that character.
So do you want to know the honest truth? One of the first reasons why I didn't play Demi was my hair. At the time, I had long locks. I didn't want to cut it.
Yeah, you cut your hair recently.
Yes, I did. So I probably should have cut it and played Demi myself. But
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think, to be honest, in my directorial debut, I didn't want to put myself under a lot of pressure. Being in front and behind the camera at the same time, and also being on the executive producer side. I felt it had been a lot, so I was like, you know what, let me hold the directing muscles. Then maybe I still want to act. So if you have script, I beg, I'll act your boy.
You're an executive producer now, right? So do it together.
No, I feel act. If I am me, no, I should tell myself I want to make a movie every 2 years and then do 2 series. I want to take my time. I don't want to rush and do series in between the movies. So yeah.
Okay, so we have The Order of Things in 2022, and we're going to have the next one in 2024.
Yes, it's going to be dope. It's going to be awesome. Yes, watch out.
Talking about playing the role of Sophia in The Order of Things,
Yeah.
what exactly did you like about the character?
I liked the fact that she wanted to get married.
Like right now, yesterday.
Did you get like, as in, it was interesting to me. Like, whoop, she was ready to do anything. Like, and it was not that she wanted to get married for money. She actually loved the guy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know if I'll say it's hard to see that in present day and time. Like, either if you see his character, you're thinking, oh, the girl is with him for money. Do you get? But she really just loved this guy, and she wanted to make. So I loved the fact that this person is so excited about marriage. Like, she really lives in the normal life where after school you have your business, and the next thing is marriage. Yeah, I loved it. I wanted to experience it.
And the hookup part. Maria.
Yo, exactly. That, imagine that she could think that far.
Yeah.
Do you get? So that's why I'm saying she was willing to do anything. And I mean, shout out to girls that are like that. I mean, if
during production, what was the most challenging part for you?
During the production, I think it was my day two, yeah, where we had to film the dining scene. It was a very, yes, it with Mama, Tunde and Maria, and what's Obi's character's name? Demi, yes, exactly. All of us. Now that was the first time we were all going to be together. So I was like, they should have kept this scene for when we've built like some kind of chemistry, like everybody's cool, and then we're just gonna do it. So when we had the first read, and because Sophia goes through like a lot of emotions in that scene, so I'm trying not to talk too much because I'm trying to like be there
in the moment,
like be in the moment. I want my tears to drop on cue. I want to feel the things I need to feel. So I was really afraid, but funny, you should ask Sid. The first take
It was
It was
amazing.
everything. Like Sid, and I love how Sid as a director gives you feedback, good or bad. He gives you feedback, so you could see him giving the feedback like yes, and I'm like,
You made it.
I did it, yeah.
You killed it.
That as much as it was scary, I loved that. It was like we're all in that mental space, so we all put in everything to make it work, and it did, and I loved it. I did.
That said, would that be the scene that you're looking forward to seeing the most?
Yes.
Or is there other scenes?
Ooh, there are other scenes. There are other scenes that I'm looking forward to seeing the entire film because I didn't work with everybody. Do you get? And then there's some scenes that I only saw them in the trailer. So I'm just like, oh, these people are in the film. Like, do you get? Like, so I'm like, oh, I want to see what the rest of the film is about. Like, scenes that they have to do. I want to see Raven. I want to see what
Raven.
I want to see what that is like. You get?
Yeah.
So I want to see the entire. minus my scenes. I want to see scenes that I wasn't in.
So the movie The Order of Things talks about how our parents would see the progression of life. In your own opinion, what would be the real order of things? How would you prefer that your life, what navigation would you prefer?
So for me, obviously, you're born into the world.
That's first step.
That's first thing. You grow up a little, go to school. I don't care what you do.
Get
It's important.
knowledge, two
Get
different
it.
things.
Well, the school of life is still school. Go to school. I'm not the marriage type, so I wouldn't say meet somebody, fall in love, and get married.
You're not gonna get married.
No, I'm not.
Wow, you've said that before.
Yes, I've said that before.
Are you still holding on to it?
Yes, I want to be.
10 years
single.
from now, I'm gonna ask you the same question.
You see me with my kids. I'm going to be a single dad. So the other things for my life is you're born into the world, go to school, make some money, have your children, and live life, and probably become a grandparent, and if you're lucky, a great grandparent, and die.
So die.
Yes, it's part of life. You have to die.
Wow. So you see, I don't think there is there is and there isn't.
Okay.
You can't necessarily place an order of things to everything. You get, but there are certain things that can't happen unless certain things happen. There are some things that inevitably require an order, and there's some things that we as human beings and society tries to put an order to. So it's one of those things
Like
where
Mama did.
you should conform, but you don't have to conform. I think the order of things should be what's natural to you as an individual and what's natural to the world, not society, but the ethos, the world.
Okay. Brilliant.
Okay.
And how's the order of things going in your life?
The order of things is going according to how God wants it to be.
How does God want it?
I mean, nobody knows the mind of God. But coming to your question, to be honest, in my opinion, the order of things should be that there should be no ordering of things. Yeah, pun intended.
Yeah,
But
I got that.
I would rather go by the natural order of things. Things should not be by any particular stringent order. It should be based on merits, it should be based on choices, based on personal ideologies, and not conditioned experiences pushed by society and all that. So, natural order of things is my, best order of things.
Okay.
Yeah. What is your own order of things?
My own order of things is, for me, I'm not a fan of formal education, right?
Okay.
So the process of going to school, graduating and working, it's not my order of things. I am more of a person of acquiring knowledge. It doesn't have to be formal, it doesn't have to be in school. So for me, the order of things would be acquire as much knowledge that you need to pass through life.
Okay.
Find your purpose. You don't have to get a job,
Okay.
but create solutions for people.
I like that. Since we're equally liberal, yeah? 'Cause
Exactly.
I like to have my own personal ideology about things.
Yes.
But are you saying you would not send your child to school? Are you
Yes, my children will be
Amazing.
good. Yeah, I would like to find out from you as a single girl in the Lagos market, what is the dating pool like right
you
now?
guys single for starters?
You're not married. There are two statuses.
Alright,
You're
alright.
married.
As a Lagos girl.
Yes.
Unless the ring is on the
A
finger.
day before your wedding, you're still single, my dear.
She said so.
Few minutes before you say I do, you're still single, girl.
Okay, noted. I know my pen right now.
Okay, what's the dating pool like?
The dating pool. I've been off the dating pool for a little while, but
You've been fished out.
I don't know. It's just, things are going so, but yeah. I mean, love experiences are always beautiful. Yeah, and I'm still finding my way. Let's put it that way.
Streets.
Oh, no.
How's the street like?
I ain't on the street.
You ain't on the street?
I ain't on the
You're not in the
street.
swimming pool?
No, I'm not in the pool.
You're taken?
I'm taken down.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in the pool, so.
What advice would you have for people who are in the pool?
I would just say, most especially when it comes to relationships, be true to yourself. Be as honest with yourself as possible. I'm a believer of gut feeling. When you feel when it hits you like that one that you want to shove off, focus on it. Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, would you date yourself? If you would date yourself, then I believe in positive energy. The energy you put out, it always comes back.
Come back
if
to
you
you.
if you're open to meeting great, amazing people, I think great, amazing people come to you. But if you have some level of toxicity or negative
you attract
energy,
that.
you would attract that as well. So work on yourself. I think self is so important. Attention to self. Before you are done fixing yourself, the person who is right would come. I know it sounds like cliche, but really, why not love on yourself first before you give somebody the responsibility to
Of
love
loving
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loving you, witchy. That's the song that just came to my
Nobody
mind.
will stop me from
Loving you, all the witchy.
Yeah, but you see that, and then again you see it with Tunde and Sophia. You could see that, like, you have timelines, deadlines. He has so many things that he wants to do, but
An order.
Yeah, in an order. But this is what she wants
At that time.
So because she wants this,
It has
she's
to
willing
happen.
to do what needs to be,
To be
done,
done.
to make it work. So like, it's really the order.
The order of things.
I recently just jumped back in and it's quite
You're
expensive.
back in the pool.
Oh yeah, I'm back in the
Oh,
pool.
you're back.
Oh yeah,
You're
I'm back.
single?
Oh yeah.
I'm single
You
too.
know. Hello. Everyone match itself, coordinating our colors. It's expensive. I think.
Expensive?
Yeah, we've got to a point where most times dating is synonymous with finance.
Wow.
Especially on the guy's part, and I'm doing some research on why that is, but I think if you want date, you want to spend money, and it won't be small money you go spend, if you get.
Well, love shouldn't be expensive.
I don't believe in love.
Oh, wow. What do you believe in?
I believe in connections.
Okay.
I believe in cerebral connections. I think people place too much emphasis on love, the emotion. But emotions, more often than not, will fail you.
Yeah.
But if there's a mental, psychological connection and a true, genuine understanding of each other, those connections usually last longer.
Wow. I will put that at the back of my mind when next I'm swimming in the pool.
Thank you.
Yes, apart from your sins,
Apart
what
from my
else
sins,
are you looking forward to?
This is going to be my first premiere, so I'm excited. As a young actor, this is something that we all pray for, to go to cinema and have people watch us. So
yes.
definitely looking forward to that. I'm nervous about that actually. Just basically having Nigerians appreciate the work that Dr. Sid and every other body that Edith, Mimi, everybody, AJ, Alexander, everybody put into this. It was a really great project, and just having Nigerians come to cinemas, sell out the halls, and enjoy, have a nice time watching the order of things. That's what I'm looking forward to. So what scene in the entire movie are you looking forward to most?
There are a lot of scenes, but to be
My scene, right?
honest, well, I'm looking forward to seeing your scene.
Yes.
I've seen a bit of it, but the one I'm really looking forward to seeing is the scene where Demi goes to visit Raven. So Raven is a gothic girl, those kind of girls with dark eyeshadow, black lipstick,
Black nails, black everything.
That particular scene has a mixture of mystery, mystic, dark, gothic. It's really amazing on script, and I know it's going to be really great, and I can't wait to see the interpretation of that scene. That's my number one scene.
And who plays Raven?
Deja, the singer.
A lot of musicians coming into Nollywood. They come to take our jobs. Go back.
Well,
There's no space for you.
seriously, Dr. Sid is a singer and he
As a
is the
director.
director. Deja is a singer and she is one of the actors. I am originally a singer and I'm one of the writers, so what are we talking about?
I also sing, but in the bathroom. I'm the best bathroom singer.
Like, I just want to watch it and see it come to life, right? I mean, the story is beautiful, amazing.
Very
And yeah, you want to see the end product and smile and say, we did this.
You know how you have a hectic day and you just want to watch a movie that will just make you feel good? The Order of Things is a feel-good movie.
Say that again.
Like you would literally leave your problems outside. I mean, they'll be waiting for you, but I'm sorry. That 2 hours would be worth your while. I was telling someone outside, I said, The Order of Things is a film that would sell itself.
Yeah.
It's not your commercial film. It's those movies that you go back home and you turn on the channel and you want to watch it again and again. You know what they're saying.
It
you know
has
what
resale value.
Yes, you know what's going to happen in the next scene, but you still want to feel it.
Yeah.
To really feel good.
Yeah, it's an amazing movie and I'm happy to be a part of it. What are your expectations in terms of comments, feedbacks, criticisms for this film, because considering the fact that it's your first?
I mean, first of all, I'll talk about criticism. I definitely would like a lot of constructive criticism, but I don't think I am the finished product. I think I'm still learning as a director. I would love constructive criticism about how I could be better as a director. I'm not really one of those who say, oh, we did this wrong, we did that wrong. How do we make it better? But in terms of comments, I want people to go in there and have a good, honest experience and relate with the characters and be happy to tell the next person to go see the movie because it is such a great movie. It's a feel-good movie. The comedic bits are exciting, the drama, the emotion is all in there. So I think we tried to take people on an emotional roller coaster and I hope people appreciate it and I want them to tell more people to go see it because we have to make money. Thank you very much.
We have to make money. Are you open to telling us the entire budget for the movie?
The proposed budget was 75 million. I don't think budget should be hitting 75 million naira was the proposed budget. I think we might have gone over. I'm not sure I've not done the financials yet. We're just moving by vibes and inshallah. But I know when we did the spreadsheets, we did put down 75 million naira to finish this project.
We need to make that money back.
As in, we need to make at least ×3 to be able to break even. I mean, obviously, we would like to go to a digital streaming platform to obviously expose the movie to a wider audience because I think everybody around the world needs to see this movie. I think it's a good blend of fun, emotion, and culture, and the actors did a really, really good job.
Are you currently talking to any distributors?
I mean, right now the conversation is more focused on making sure that we have an amazing box office return.
First,
so
after that.
yeah, so we want to make our money in the box office. So everything else is now Jawa. You get me?
So after 3 months, I'll give you a call so we can talk on how we can, distribute. Super TV does distribution.
Okay. I mean, you have to have deep pockets because I had Netflix and Amazon are throwing some big money around. You get me?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, go out and watch The Order of Things. It's hit cinemas on the 10th of June. Don't dull. Watch it, share it, like it, invite your friends to watch it, take them to go and watch it because I need to make money.
Yes.
And apart from that, it's a really, really good film.
It's been an interesting chat with some of the crew and cast members of The Order of Things, and the question remains, what is the real order of things? Well, find out in this interesting rom-com as it hits the cinema on the 10th of June 2022. Grab your tickets and your popcorn, your friends, family, as well as your enemies, so you can have the best time because this movie is an interesting watch and everyone should see it. Don't forget, my name is AJ, A for Apple, J for Juice, and you're watching Super TV. See you at the next corner.